it'll be like a double ristretto, so it should be pretty potent. So I'm going to have that as option 1, and then I'll just do a full 30ml shot as that one, and we'll see which one tastes stronger and whether it's worth using twice. Where we put the coffee beans, we're going to find a dial that allows us to adjust the grind coarseness. So I want to turn this dial all the way to number 1 by turning it anti-clockwise. As it says in the user manual, you shouldn't turn this while the coffee mill isn't in operation. And you can feel the resistance there. It doesn't want to move, so I'll just put a cup underneath and then turn it while I'm pulling a shot. Okay, so we've made some basic changes. We've got the max setting, we've got the highest heat, and we've got the finest grind setting. This is the result so far. Just bear in mind that before you can fully taste what the changes have achieved, you just have to pull a shot or two through. I've already done a couple while changing camera angle, so this is ready to try. That is actually a really quite a strong espresso already at this point, and you may be happy just to stop there, so give it a go and see what you think. There is a lot of volume here by default on this machine, and I want to see if I can get it more closely resembling a shot from, say, a cafe machine where you've got a thick, high viscosity. I want a little less volume in here, particularly for pouring latte art in a smaller cup. You want to get the coffee to milk ratio right. You don't want a watery shot already accommodating half of the cup, because it just won't work. So I'm going to take this a step further and reprogram the machine a bit more. Okay, so before you proceed to reprogram the machine, it is important that you have primed the machine in the sense that you've pulled a few shots through after making any setting changes to ensure that you've got a consistent, steady flow with the new settings so that we can make some accurate measurements, hopefully as close as we can get down to the millimetre. So from what I can gather, unless there's some other magic going on behind the scenes, each of these 4 buttons all work with the same amount of coffee, so they all just deliver a different amount of water through the programming. So by default, this machine is actually set to 40ml, 80, 120 and 240. But a standard shot is actually more around 30ml. So first of all, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reprogram one of these buttons, this one here, say to 30ml. And then I'm actually going to do another one at 15ml. So I'm going to create what's known as a ristretto, but this is going to be kind of like a rushed version. Obviously, it's not going to be quite the same as you'd get with a cafe machine, but it's worth a shot. So I'm just aiming to capture like the most strongest potent part of it, and then I'm going to cut it short. So then when I put 2 of them into a glass, so to form 30ml, it'll be like a double ristretto, so it should be pretty potent. So I'm going to have that as option 1, and then I'll just do a full 30ml shot as that one, and we'll see which one tastes stronger and whether it's worth using twice the amount of coffee for the double. Okay, so to reprogram it's pretty simple, and it's not like an irreversible hack. It's all in the user manual, so you can set it back to default if you don't like the new settings. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one first. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to hold the button, just going to keep it held until this light starts flashing, so now I can let go. Basically what I'm going to do is just press the button again once it reaches the measurement where I want it to stop. There's a bit of a delay, so I've got to account for that. Press it a little bit early. So there we go. That's around about 30ml, including the crema. And see how that is. Wow, okay, that's definitely stronger than the last one I did. So even already at that point, I'd be more than happy to put that into a latte. But let's take it a step further and see what we can achieve. Okay, so the clean glass in. And I know I had to shout over it last time, but basically what you do is you hold down whichever button it is that you want to reprogram. You hold it, the coffee will start grinding and it will begin to draw. You just hold it until this light here, the green one, or if it's on this side, then it'll be this one, until it begins to flash. You can then let go, and then it's just a matter of pressing it once again when you want to stop the flow. If you overshoot it, don't worry, because say if you're aiming for like 20 mil for whatever reason and it goes to 25, by the time that the program is seated in and you press the button, you may find that it does actually just reach 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this 15 mil shot now. Okay, so there we go. Looks like we're around about 20, I'd say, in between the liquid and the crema. But what I'm going to do is actually